Alright, hi everyone, Nate here. This video is going to be a little different from what I normally do today. But today we're going to be covering an installation and setup of a brand new solid-state drive, M.2 in this case. Now, this computer is absolutely fantastic, but this secondary drive that I use for games and not pictures of boobs like the name implies, only 500 gigabytes. And there is just not enough room for large games. If we look here, this is how many games I can fit on it safely without installing Red Dead Redemption 2. TF2, Surgeon Sim, Subnautica, Satisfactory, Helldivers 2, GTA 5, and Garry's Mod. There's simply not enough room for anything else. So I need to upgrade this. So enough jawing off, let's get the show on the road. Now, it's important that when before you uninstall the drive, you need to save your data, transfer it over to another safe spot on the other drive, on a thumb drive, and if it's games on Steam, you can either transfer them over with the app manifests, or just uninstall them completely and then reinstall them on the new drives. My brother usually goes for the app manifest transfer method, but I just uninstall and do fresh installs each time, saving the data with cloud saves as I go, if that's an option. I've already gone out of my way to uninstall every game on here except for GTA 5, as I've been playing that on and off. Additionally, you can see here I've made a list of the games that I've uninstalled, and I've saved important add-ons from Garry's Mod, being Counter-Strike content, Half-Life 2 content, and VC mod as well. Now, let's go ahead and uninstall the last game, GTA 5. Right-click on that. Go to Manage, Uninstall. Yes, and now I go over to this PC, go to the Steam library, and delete the GTA 5 folder. Right, now that we have safely exited the Steam application, we can go ahead and shut down the computer. You can do a hard shutdown if you want. I prefer to do it through the Start menu, though. And once the computer is up, we'll begin to unhook it. And we're good to go. Right, so you're going to want a work area that is well lit and has plenty of room to work with. You'll notice back in my room, that desk is covered in peripherals, and the lighting isn't all that great. It's actually more of a blue-purple tone for the sort of lighting that I go for my webcam there. So, for this work surface, we're going to want to clean it off. So move any items like this vinyl copy of the greatest album ever written. I Will Die on That Hill, Fight Me. And sort of any trash or debris that you may not be working with. This is for another PC build. The PC is actually down there. It's being built for a friend. But yeah, you'll want at least, like about 3 square feet of working room. This is what you kind of want to work with. It's also important to have a light source. You can use a hat light or a headlamp. I'm going to be using this here shop light. Prop it up on the table and point it into the computer for the install. Right, now that we have a little working area prepared, go ahead and get your light source out. I'm using this small scale shop light. And go ahead and crack open the case. Because my motherboard is set up kind of an odd configuration. It's actually blocked on 2 sides by this piece of the case and the graphics card. So this graphics card has to come out. So disconnect the power supply. With this case, you have to open up this little access door here to get to the PCI mounts. Get out your screwdriver. I'm using my Leatherman screwdriver here. The top one was on a little tight for some reason. Now there is a lever back there that secures it in place, so you're going to have to depress that lever to get it out. In this case, I have to turn the PC over on its side, because it's also blocked by the tower cooler, so I have to wedge the screwdriver down in there to press the lever down. When you have a tower cooler like I do, it makes it much more complicated. There you go. Graphics card is out. I'm going to go ahead and put this little shield on the cover here to prevent it from being damaged. Now we have direct access to the SSD down there. Right, now that we have direct access to the solid-state drive, using a small screwdriver like this, go ahead and carefully unscrew the mounting screw. Set that aside so you know you're not going to lose it, and pull the drive out from the M.2 slot. Right, it is now several days later. I got sick with the flu, and I had a pretty rough temperature the other day, and the delivery of the SSD was delayed because Winter Storm Blair decided to fuck us in the ass, and we got somewhere just shy of 14 inches of snow. Now you'll notice I've installed one of these sliding SSD mounts. This was done just a few days ago. But this is going to make installation and removal a lot easier in future builds. Right, we've got the SSD. I've chosen an ORICO 07000. Now, people are actually pretty surprised about this company. They usually make like external caddies and like mounting things for certain applications. They even make like USB hubs. But they recently dipped their toes into the SSD market, and I believe these also use Kingston chips. So these are pretty good for the price point. I paid $120 for this one, so let's see how it fares. Wow, I didn't even expect that. It comes with mounting hardware and even comes with a heat sink. That's actually pretty damn nice. Right, so installing it is basically just going to be the inverse of what we've just done to uninstall the old one. Go ahead and insert it into the slot. I'm having to sit back because the camera's in my way. Be quiet, phone. I keep getting Outlook notifications. Right, that goes in there. And we then lock it in place. Right, and that's how you install the SSD. Let's go set it up. Right, so now that the SSD is installed, we need to configure it. As you can see, it is not showing up under this PC. Also, I swear I'm not making a political statement here, I just thought that was a hilarious name to give it. Anyway, let's go ahead and configure that drive. Okay, so to configure the drive, we need to go to the disk management application that comes on the Windows platform by default, and initialize the drive first. We can initialize that as master boot record or as a GPT. That is not AI related, that just means GUID partition table. GPT is usually best for drives over 2 terabytes. MBR only goes up to 2 terabytes, and that's only for like boot drives and shit. So GPT is for big version, like big drives. So we'll go ahead and initialize that. And now, because it's initialized, we can create a new simple volume. And we'll put that down as 2 terabytes. And we'll give it the drive letter D. Next. And we will call it, instead of pictures of boobs, pictures of dicks. I am so fucking stupid. Go ahead and finish the initialization. And now, once it finishes allocating, we will have a new volume. And now we have 3 drives. Now we can install all that shit on our drives. That's how you install and set up a new SSD. Thanks for watching, guys.